I hate to do this, but does someone want to discuss the movie?
Did you watch it?
No.
Really? You never seen this movie before? I'm surprised.
I haven't been watching the movies here.
Well, I mean, I thought you would have seen it when it came out, or it's pretty popular.
This was a worthwhile one to watch.
Yeah, it was
I'm
great.
surprised I've never seen it before.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it before. When did it come out? 79. 79.
Well, it wasn't terrible.
It was very cool. Very prescient. It's kind of the precursor to all the AI Gone Wild movies came out after it, including Terminator and just like all of them. I had to have drawn from this movie because a lot of the ideas have been done about death in Hollywood since then.
Yeah, I think it had some War Games vibes too.
Oh,
Yeah,
most definitely
bit.
War Games.
A lot of the sound effects were similar to War Games.
Yeah, and the big screen display from off of that one room too kind of reminded me of the control center from War Games.
Mm-hmm.
The big board from Doctor Strangelove.
I've actually never seen that.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, you haven't seen Doctor Strangelove?
Nah, it's one of those ones that always gets kicked around. I'm like, yeah, someday, but it just never got to it yet.
Yeah, someday you ought to take the time out, and it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like laugh out loud funny, but it's not really meant to be either.
Yes, the Defense Department will read the script a lot closer after that one.
Yeah, I'd recommend this to you too, Netminer. You can find it on YouTube.
I've seen, whatever.
Oh, this came out in 1970.
But it's at 79.
No.
It came out before I was born.
Yes, well, I've been up a lot, and I'm just running out of gas, as you can probably hear.
Well, you don't have to hang out with us all night. You're tired.
Thank you,
We
gentlemen.
understand.
I'll see you later in the month. Also,
we have an extra show this month too. If anybody wants to do a Blue Moon show.
yeah. Well, one of the things was that with this physical and everything, I was up a lot last night, and I didn't get much sleep, so I'm down to the Sox, down to the Yankees, really.
Understandable.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, man. Get some rest. Catch up with you soon.
All right, do we want to just do the quick outline of the movie? It's not really long.
Yeah, it's not that long. Or do you want to do it?
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
So basically, the U.S. has designed it starts out with a press conference, and the U.S. has designed a computer system. Do they ever call it AI in the movie? Artificial intelligence? Not really, right?
No,
I
not
think
really.
they use the words.
Yeah, but that's basically what it is. It's a thinking machine, even though they claim it cannot be conscious or have its own thoughts. So they, in the beginning, they say this machine will be in control of the country's defense systems, nuclear missiles, and all that stuff. And And unbeknownst to the U.S., the Soviet Union has been working on the same project and started their own. So the U.S. is called Colossus, and the Soviet Union's is called Guardian. And the machines contact each other and start trading information. And they threatened I believe they both threatened the U.S. to. Well, what happens is both countries are afraid they're going to share secrets with each other, so they sever the link
Break the
between machines.
communications.
Yeah, but the machines demand that the link be restored, or they'll launch nuclear missiles. And so the Guardian will launch a missile to the U.S. and Colossus will launch a missile to the Soviet Union. And the Guardian launches one to the U.S. and that's shot down by Colossus. But the one that Colossus shoots to the Soviet Union is not shot down, and
they shoot them down or try to shoot them down because they've reestablished the connection.
Right. It fails to shoot that one down, and so there's a big like cover up as to how this happened and stuff. I think it's an abandoned area in the Soviet Union, but so the machines eventually kind of gain power over, basically threaten the U.S. or threaten the human beings. In other words, that like they need to how would you say it? Like,
Be better.
yeah,
Don't do war. They're going to force them to behave in certain ways in order to, continue the existence of humans.
yeah. So it kind of becomes machine against humans, but machines, since they've given over control to all their military systems and all their missiles, the machines have the upper hand. And I don't want to really give away the ending because it's actually a really cool ending, but you kind of find out what happens when it comes between intelligent machines and human beings towards the end. So that's kind of like a brief overview. And most of it takes place just in a couple locations, outside of like some outdoor shots and stuff. But it's inside the war rooms and things like that. But they do a good job with what resources they have. They're actually pretty impressive for 1970. I would say the technology there isn't any like crazy hacker effects or anything, but they've got some cool LED screens and giant CRT monitors. They got video calling. I thought that was pretty cool.
They have video calling, but at the same time, they don't have video input to the computer.
To the
Every
computer,
time he talks to the computer, there's somebody who has to type it all out.
Yeah.
No, see,
no.
yes and no, because it started out kind of that way. There was somebody typing, but it was also answering him directly. And the machine was using cameras to keep track of the main developer that put this all together in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, he wanted Forbin in prison and stuff.
Yeah.
And but yeah.
And how they were passing information back and forth by getting naked.
Yeah, for some reason they were
they went out of their way to explain that.
Communicating
why
to
that
the
worked.
people, to the humans, by using those teletype machines.
At
just
first.
spitting out reams of paper in the beginning, yeah.
Well, the reams of paper was actually like it's spitting out the data at the same time that it was sharing it with the Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
So the Colossus and the Guardian were essentially generating their own private computer language, and in order to do that, they were passing back and forth equations in order to, basically establish some type of encryption.
Yeah, and a baseline. They can start communicating with each other.
Right. And then once they did that, you could see that the screens were kind of just flashing lights back and forth.
And eventually they had the voice synthesizer when the two machines
they had them
together.
put the voice synthesizer together. and the machine was talking about linking up with every other machine and having more machines built and blah, etc. But yeah, it was interesting. The machine, it had to be explained to it, and this is how they got the premise across, and how they got the almost nudity into the film.
Mm-hmm.
Where humans need a little bit of a physical time, blah blah blah. So the developer, what was his name again?
Forbin.
Set things up so that one of his co-workers was his quote unquote lover, and the girl would show up at his place 4 nights a week is what they worked out with each other. That's how many times he needed to get busy.
Mm-hmm. It's weird.
Lucky bastard. Then
Only 4?
Yeah, only 4. He tried for 7. But the computer shut that down. Yeah.
Now,
But anyways,
wait.
So the girl would show up, and the computer said it would turn off all its recording and everything. But in order to, minimize the possibility of them passing things back and forth, the computer made them get naked on camera before they went into the bedroom and did their thing. So, but the almost nudity was you got to see the girl naked, but through a wine glass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little prop there to hide it.
And then they're both lying in bed, covered up, passing secrets back and forth, trying to get around this supercomputer.
Because of that, Joe hates the movie now.
That it had almost nudity?
The teasing of it and then with nothing.
Right? It's like you have this opportunity there.
Got
and
a
you
thumbs
just
down now.
And you just turn it down. But it was 1970, so for the time frame, I can't say too much.
Nah.
It was interesting.
Yeah, and plus it wasn't really meant to be that kind of movie either.
There's a lot of movies that weren't meant to be that type of movie. That's why it's called gratuitous.
I'm wondering...
It wasn't needed, but it was there anyway.
Right.
Let's see. I was kind of wondering how it did.
It did
My guess
evidently
is not
really well from my reading.
Really?
Yeah.
It said the Forbin project premiered on April 4th, 1970 at Cinema Rendezvous in New York City. The film opened to the public at the same theater as a test release with no publicity on May 5th. Due to its poor box office performance, it was withdrawn and re-released on August 1970 at the Pickwood Theater in Los Angeles as Colossus, the Forbin Project. It returned to New York on 37 screens. I'm sure it's like a cult classic.
Yeah, because I could have sworn I read somewhere that it had actually become pretty popular in its
They
time
said it
frame.
received critical approval. Got a positive review from the New Yorker.
Oh.
It said the film is no Dr. Strangelove, but it's full of surprising moments of humor and intelligence.
The ending kind of annoyed me, though.
Yeah, me too. Which made me feel like the movie felt kind of flat.
But, it wasn't a happy ending, which I liked. I mean, it's similar to the way the original Planet of the Apes ends when Charlton Heston sees the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah, but they followed that up with sequels.
But none of this, right?
No,
not of this one.
Yeah.
The Planet of the Apes.
The Apes one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it says that they had Charlton Heston or Gregory Peck in mind for the lead actor, but then changed their mind. That would have been interesting.
No, I thought the guy did fine.
He did good, but it still would have been interesting to see them in it.
He did well, but
I
think
would
Charlton
have done better
Heston would have been a waste.
Just because of the name. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the fact that we've seen several things like this now since then, that this whole idea is just no.
Yeah, but
do
it has
not
to be
put-
taken in
you
context.
do not
I
put
think.
exactly, but just in general, it's as soon as the thing started up and they started saying what they just did, that they built this machine. The first couple of minutes, this built this machine that nobody can get at. You're like, yep, I know where this is going, and it did. And I was very impressed by the fact that it didn't just automatically go into 2 minutes
Destroy
later
all humans
it's
mode.
Exactly, go into Skynet destroy all humans mode. It went a different route by going, hey, I found another computer just like me somewhere, we want to be able to talk. I went, okay, maybe this is take a whole different route, or a somewhat
Right.
similar route, but it's kind of a different way than all the other ones have in the past. Granted, this is way before all the rest of them. I understand that, but at least it's something different.
This was before the internet was really, the internet.
Right. So, but at the end, it's still basically just turned into all. It was all the same as all the rest of them, and it just kind of.
It's probably started all the rest.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right. It probably did.
it says here it's definitely regarded as a precursor to war games and the Terminator,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
as far as
Absolutely.
government-built machines taking over human race. Yeah, so spoiler alert, in this movie, the computers win, basically. And tell Forbin, who was the main scientist who headed the Colossus project.
You're my bitch now.
Yeah, basically. And
You'll
he,
learn to like us. No, we won't.
Yeah.
You'll learn to love us.
Oh, that's right. You'll learn to love
He said,
us.
in time you will come to regard me not only with respect and awe, but with love. Forbin
Never.
defiantly responds, never.
And scene.
Yep.
That was it.
It said this movie was scheduled for remake in 2007, 2010, 2011, and 2013.
I don't
just
think
never
it
got
would
greenlit.
do as well these days. I don't think there's
No.
enough to
It's
it.
been played out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
Like Honky said, you know what's going to happen.
Right.
It would just
Unless
be
it's a Black
another-
Mirror episode, then it's devastating.
Yeah.
But especially in the context of the time, I definitely give it a thumbs up. And even now, it's still interesting to me.
It wasn't
if
a
they
bad
made-
movie.
No.
Elle and I both gave it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I
if
thought it
they
was an
made,
interesting
like,
movie.
a 60th anniversary, continuation, sequel, where the world has gone since then.
Oh,
and
that would be
if
cool.
people are doing anything about it after 60 years of the computers won.
Yeah, that would be
Is it
really
s-
interesting. I'd like
Is
to
it
see
still running on the old hardware?
the giant
hardware was-
mountains. It's basically just like what part of a mountain is just basically nothing but computers.
Yeah, because it had magnetic storage, but it
Yeah.
looked like it was also using lines of a punch card, essentially lines of punch strip, I guess. It looked like it was using that.
Well, I mean, 1970. That's what they had.
Yeah, punch cards were the thing back then.
Yeah.
Or strips with the holes punched in. I don't know. That's what it looked like.
Right.
But yeah, you have to wonder if the original is still there or if it all just got migrated to new hardware. That would be. I would watch that just to know.
Yeah. It was good. It was definitely entertaining.
Yeah, I'd give it a thumbs up. I really liked it. I'd seen it before a couple times though, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I had never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Much less seen it.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because there was no Don the Dragon Wilson in it.
Well, that would be criteria for a thumbs down, right?
This movie might have been better with Don the Dragon Wilson in it, but I'm still going to give it a thumbs up.
I
Because
think
he'd have gone into the computer and fought it.
Yeah, he needs to go virtual and climb inside it. And
Right?
Yes.
yeah,
Go. Yeah.